What's good, everybody? Welcome to Life on Beagle Road. I bet you're wondering what happened at the auction. Well, before I get into that, I want to take care of these meat birds. They're kind of discombobulated at the moment, and I got to get things kind of turned around. It's time to move them, but I got to get them going the other way. One of the things I like most about this chicken tractor is it's really light, and I can move it very easily, whether it be to push it, lift it, pull it, doesn't matter. Just a piece of cake. Having the chickens inside of this electric net has been fantastic for us. I really didn't think it was going to be as good, and I was a little worried about whether or not they were going to even eat any of the grass. But when we butchered our chickens the other week, our average weight was between 6 and 7 pounds. Like our heaviest was like 702, which is fantastic. I mean, you can't ask for better than that. These are usually what, like 4 to 5 pound chickens, and to get 6 to 7 pounds in 8 weeks, that's pretty brilliant. We sold a lot of our first batch, so at 6 or 7 pounds, and you're charging, I think we charge in our area, we can get away with almost $6.50 per pound for a full bird, or $8.50 a pound for the skinless, boneless breasts. That's pretty fantastic, and that's some income for us. And obviously now you know why we sold some birds and why that would be important. So it's doing well. Hey little bird, you eating some grass? Yeah? Some fresh good grass, or are you just avoiding me? Just avoiding me. I think I've talked about this before and I haven't gotten anywhere with it, but we definitely need to take care of this new fenced in area. We haven't put in a new area yet, but we want to. Pretty desperate at this point. I need to get cracking. So I'm thinking in the next couple weeks, that's gonna be a pretty major project, is to start sort of expanding or fixing or just getting this fence right where we need it. When we butchered the chickens last week, we didn't have anybody else but Courtney and I working on them. Robbie was here as well. I guess we'll count him too. But it was just us. And to make it worse, a lot of our equipment never came. Like, we got the massive plucker, of course, the ultimate Olympic-size plucker, which worked beautifully, by the way, and actually is the one we ordered. I called the company and they were like, yeah, that's the one. They didn't send us the adapter for the hose until like a week later. Oh, I guess it was like 2 weeks when we butchered them. Man, time is flying by. But yeah, they sent the adapter like last week. So I had to rig something up. Luckily I had a whole bunch of plumbing pieces, PVC pieces in the garage, and it worked out pretty well. None of the kill cones came until we were down to like 4 birds. Right? So I had to improvise, and I was pretty proud of myself. You know, you find anything on YouTube, right? But I had made a plastic one. So just remember that if you don't feel like spending money on the stainless steel ones, you can get a 5-gallon bucket and make your own out of a 5-gallon bucket, and then stick one of these fancy stickers on it. Look at that. That makes it an official Life on Beagle Road kill cone, folks. Yeah! You want one? I'll get you one. Just got a lot of stuff to do going on today, a lot of work we got to do. One of the things that I need to start looking at is this shed. Well, since we got that Olympic-sized plucker, something that's been pressing is trying to get my shed in order. I don't even know if you can see it in here. It's pretty dark. This is what a shed looks like when you're just so busy you don't have time to get in here and take care of some stuff. So my plan is to put a loft up here, because this is one of those like Quaker style, I guess. I forget what it's called. I'm gonna put a loft up in there so I can get a lot of this stuff that's down here up there, and then I can store more stuff in here, because Lord knows I gotta use it. But I also gotta come up with a better storage system for hanging up all of our yard implements, because this obviously isn't working and nothing's getting put away, because if I don't put it away, it doesn't get put away. And I don't even know why we have this anymore. Like, that's a stroller. We don't have any babies. What do I need a stroller for? So I'm guessing that's gonna be a Life on Beagle Road special coming up real soon. Random stuff, folks. That's what we got going on here on Beagle Road. Random stuff. If you're wondering why I haven't told you what's going on with the property yet, it's because I'm trying to find Courtney so we can tell you what happened. But I can't find her. I've been looking all over the place. You don't feel like this is a big property until you can't find who you're looking for. All of a sudden, it's pretty big. If I had to guess, she's spending some time with goats in the barn. Let's go check the barn. Ooh, before I do, last summer you'll remember that I dug out our walkway and threw a whole bunch of stones in, just so that way Courtney could finally have a walkway going out around the house. So for years, we've never had a walkway. It was just a bunch of grass, and it drove my wife nuts. Like, she really just wanted a nice, pretty walkway. I had put in a front porch thing, and that worked out really well. And our goal was to take the front area, or the walkway, and put those same stones in, you know, eventually when we could afford to get it done. That's not anytime soon. And, you know, we needed a walkway. Rewind even further, and you'll remember the Craigslist fail where I asked for some dirt. I asked for some fill dirt. Guy said, yeah, I got some fill dirt. It's just a lot of dirt and a couple bricks. And it turned out to be all bricks and an itty bitty bit of dirt. Well, all of you came up with some fantastic ideas on what I should do with those bricks. I think the smoker was one of my favorite, and that's still on my list. Either make or get one. I definitely need to get a smoker, because nothing's better than smoking your own meat. But took those bricks. Check this out. Look at that. That, my folks, is a fancy walkway leading up to the porch. Like, come on. You love it. That's the porch I put in, and that's pretty solid. And this whole area over there was meant to have these same stones, but we're not quite there yet, so I'll just put in these bricks. Look at that. Oh man, so nice. Courtney, you in this barn? You in here, baby? No Courtney in the barn. All right, try something else. Oh, I found her. There she is. Let's tell a story. Everybody likes a story, right? Let's do this. Baby, did you take a shower? Because you're looking awfully gorgeous. Look at those. They're all growing.
I know.
Up on the trellis there. It's looking good.
So happy.
Yeah, man. This one needs to maybe get a little help. It's
Yeah.
just hanging out.
It's getting
That one
there.
right there.
It's
Yeah.
grabbing.
It's grabbing.
It's grabbing.
You want to tell a story? You ready to tell a story?
A story about gourds?
No, we got to tell everybody what happened with the property.
Oh, not about gourds. Okay.
Not about gourds.
Man. Okay.
Oh, let's talk, man. Let's tell them what happened.
First of all, Kenny was still editing the video, and I was like, we gotta go to the auction.
Yeah.
We have to go to the actual auction. Could you hurry up? So I went.
Nothing like me just taking my time.
Right. So at first I was there by myself, and there were a whole lot more people than I expected to be there.
Front of the house, filled with cars. Filled with cars. So that was the first sign that we knew this was going to be a tough one.
We've never been to a real estate auction, And when the auctioneer started, he started at like $225,000, which I think was the top.
Is that what he started at?
Yeah.
I didn't even catch that. Really?
I don't think you were there yet.
No.
He started at 225 and then like kept dropping till he got to 200, and then he's like, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if he was.
Nobody was putting their hands up.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that's a normal thing. I don't know if he was just having some fun.
I thought he was I was there. I thought he was practicing.
Oh, maybe he was practicing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I thought he was just getting his riff going. You know, those auctioneers, they like to riff. I thought maybe he was warming up, like he was in a choir, and it was a la 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 la. You know.
Well, and I don't know. Maybe somebody bites.
Me. I don't know. Auctioneer stuff.
I don't know. But then he started at 100,000, got to 110. And then it was kind of stuck at 110.
Well, it didn't even get to 110 right away. Like, he was at 100,000, and like it just like nothing moved.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody was bidding at first, and then all of a sudden, bam! There was one. I didn't even catch who it was. We were trying to see who it was, because you gotta remember, if we don't get it, these are gonna be our neighbors. Who doesn't want to know who their neighbors are gonna be? I mean, I want some good neighbors.
So we're looking at each other. We're like, is this only gonna go for 110?
Yeah. I mean, if it was only going to go for 110, I started to get the itch, you know? I'm like, honey, this is pretty close. I think we're going to be okay. Nobody's bidding. We just got to put our hand up. So then somewhere, I think it was like, they were at 110. Courtney must have scratched her nose, and apparently we were in for 120. I didn't know we were doing that, but that's where we started, with a scratch of the nose. Good job, Courtney. Never been at an auction before. I told her to sit still. Scratched her nose.
I mean, we couldn't walk away from 120 anyway.
Couldn't walk away. We talked a lot to our friend Jason over at Cog Hill. He's in Alabama, and he was giving us an idea of like, what is a cost per acre out there? Well, it's about 10 times the cost per acre here where we're at in Pennsylvania. Not every area in Pennsylvania is as expensive as it is in our area, but we're fairly close to quite a number of metropolitan areas, airports, so it kind of drives the price up. So to get this land for 120, 12.9 acres, that's almost 13 acres. The land alone was worth a whole lot more. Throw in a dilapidated house and a billboard. Yeah, at that price point, we would have been able to get it, and we wouldn't be in the hole because we would have been able to manage.
Plus, the property is already enrolled in the Clean and Green program, which means the taxes are really low. Really low.
And because it's Pennsylvania's Clean and Green program, it has to be used for agricultural reasons. Boom. So we thought we were in.
Because it stayed at 120 for a while, too.
Yep.
My fear at that point was that the owners wouldn't sell for 120.
And actually, he had stopped everything at one point and was like, all right, folks, this is gonna have to go up a little bit. Let me go in, talk with the owners. So they took an intermission. Went in to the house, talked to the owners, and that was like almost like 20 minutes they were in there, right? I went, checked the mail, took care of the kids for a little bit, came right back up, things started up again.
And now things were climbing a little faster. I think we got to 170.
170.
Went in and to talk to the owners again. Auctioneer came back out and he said, okay, we need to go up a little bit more, but they definitely want to sell this property today. You will get 3 warnings that it is the final bid, and after that 3rd warning, the highest bid wins. Things start creeping up, 180, 182, 186, smaller increments now. And then all of a sudden we're at 198, 199, 200.
201.
202, 202,
yeah.
202, 202, 202, and sold.
202. And not to us, folks. That was way past what we were willing to do. Unfortunately, if we still were working and we were in a better financial situation and things were sound, I think we would have been in, because it's still a steal at that amount of money. But You know, no one here is trying to make a poor financial decision at a time when we just don't know what's going to happen. So unfortunately, we had to let it slide. It was for the best because, you know, our priority is obviously us and our family, not to go in a financial hole for a lot of uncertainty. So I know it's bad news, but it's not bad news. It's just news. Really.
It is. It's just news.
Yeah, we're totally fine with it. It's like we said before, we weren't planning on this property. We didn't know it was going to be for sale. We didn't know that something right across the street would open up for us. It was very spur of the moment and not something that was really a plan. So it's okay. Prior to this, we've been talking a lot about looking at land in somewhere in Virginia, something that we can plan, slowly look for, and slowly develop. You know, we can live here, vacation there. While we're there, we fix things up, get them to where we need to be, and then, you know, when the kids are closer to finishing school, we can go and make our real homestead.
I don't know. This one's pretty real.
I mean, yeah, I guess this one's real, but you know what I mean. So we're gonna refocus back into what we're doing here. We're gonna let that go reluctantly and hope that we have great neighbors over there. Sorry we didn't have better news and that we couldn't tell you that we won and got it, but hey, that's the way it works, and if that's the way it's supposed to be, that's the way it's gonna be. And we're happy about it because we're still a great family together and we're still gonna do whatever it is we do. Right, Emmy?
Yep.
All right, we gotta get back to work. We got stuff to do.
Right? There's still a million things to do here, so.
Nothing stops just because. So it is what it is. Thanks a lot, folks, for hanging out with us. Trust me, this won't be the only drama here on Life on Beagle Road. So stick around and keep watching so you can see what other weird stuff just sort of crops up.